Hey guys, and welcome back to Cardiff City with me, NG Paradox, and we're here in March. We're getting very close to the end of the season now, and we're still looking pretty good. If we go over what's happened in the last month, obviously you guys saw Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Obviously the Bournemouth game did not end so well, but after that we actually had a couple of pretty good games, and I don't know what's happened, but the last month we have been scoring so much. And I've not really changed anything. The next game we played Liverpool, and we lost 3-2. The team actually played really well during this game. Liverpool scored from a free kick in the first goal. Then Bobby Reid equalised. Great job there by Bobby Reid. Then Firmino scored, and then Patterson scored a great long-range effort, what we expect from him. But then we gave away a penalty in the 81st minute. That's the only reason we didn't get any points away from home against Liverpool. I think that was a pretty good result. After that, we played Wolves and we won 5-3. We scored 5 goals. When was the last time we ever scored 5 goals? Okay, a friendly we did score 7, but the whole season, we've never scored 5 goals, and I remember last season we had a terrible game against Wolves, so this is kind of getting revenge back. We beat them both times we played them this season, so I was very happy with that. Patterson scoring in the 10th minute, Ndidi then scoring in the 16th minute. Andre Gray tried to bring it back, he made it 2-2, but then in the 42nd minute, Josh Murphy scored a powerful effort to make it 3-2. Then Jack O'Connell equalised in the 85th minute. I thought, damn, we're going to get another Liverpool here, aren't we? Last minute to steal points away from us. Maybe we'll just get the draw. But I don't know what happened. Jimmy Cabot and Bobby Reid both scored a goal in the 92nd and 93rd minute. I don't know what happened. After they scored that goal, our team just went completely in, and we got 2 great goals there. Really good job there. 5-3 to us. Great result, I think. Great result. Today, though, we have Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Very different games. One team near the top of the table and one team right at the bottom of the table currently, right now. And then the rest of the season, we have no more top 6 teams. So after this Chelsea game, it's all games we can get points in. So I'm pretty excited for the end of the season. If we have a look at the league table right now, we're still in 15th. With 28 games played. We're kind of 3-4 points behind kind of the mid-place area here. 11 was 6, but we have a game in hand, so I'm hoping we can try and catch up. If we can, well, if we don't, we're not going to beat Chelsea really, are we, probably, but we'll lose. We'll still be quite a bit behind. We're still, 13 points away from relegation, so we're in a very good position right now. There's no chance we're getting relegated. Bobby Reid almost has got 10 goals this season. Etheridge is still our highest average rating, and for a goalkeeper, that's very good. You don't normally get to see that. Dos Santos has the most assists currently, and goals scored, we've gone up to 9th highest. I don't know what's happened. We were having difficulty scoring, but now we're the goal-scoring team, so something completely changed. Also, Bruno Manga does want to leave. He asked to leave. His contract ends at the end of the season, I think. No, he actually still got quite a bit of time, but he wanted to leave. So I thought, you know what, we got quite a few defenders. I'm going to let him go. If he doesn't want to play here, he doesn't want to play. He's 31 years old. He's probably just going to deteriorate here from here on. But even at 31 years, he still looks pretty good. But we just sold him for 375,000, if I remember correctly. He will be... Where is he going? I don't actually remember where he's going. I think he's going to, like, West Brom or something. Transfers. No, he's going to Sheffield Wednesday. Okay, 375. So I just wanted to get rid of him, let him go if he wants. I don't like to hold players if they don't want to stay here, so he will be leaving. Other than that, there's not really any news. We got some youth candidates in, but none of them really look spectacular. They tell me that this guy here, Lee Phillips, is the best one, but I'm not totally convinced. He's a left back, but doesn't really stand out that much to me. Maybe we've just been, given a bit too much by McDonald. McDonald maybe was just too good. So now looking at these guys, he's got maybe he's got potential. Maybe he's starting out bad, but Maybe he's one of those players that'll get really good really quickly. I don't know, but I'm not totally convinced by him at this point in time. So he's still just a youth candidate, though. He's not here just yet. Ndidi's still our best player. Ndidi, how much are you worth now? 21. You've not really changed in value, have you? Even though you played really well, he's only 23 still. He's still really young. Really like him. I think he was a great buy. Him and Mayfam were my two big signings. I really do think they've probably been two of our best players. They have made the difference. Mayfam hasn't really gone up much in value either. Slightly upset about that. But we got a Chelsea game today. What are we going to be doing? We're going to do this strategy we normally do against these big teams. We're going to go with this kind of formation here. Very defensive. Try and be a bit countering. But, you know, be a bit direct. But try and make sure they don't have much they can do with their creativity at the back. So we've got Bobby Reed up front. He's been doing very well at this point in time. Dos Santos has the most assists. And we've got Murphy on the other side. Rouse is going to play in midfield ahead of Gunnarsson. I feel like Gunnarsson, this whole season, hasn't been great. Rouse, when he's come on, has kind of made a difference a couple of times. But Patterson and Ndidi still my two main midfielders, I feel like, for now. Cunningham, Mayfen, Morrison, and Ayling all at the back. And Etheridge, all what you expect, to be honest. And so we're just going to jump right into the match and see if we can try and steal some points away from Chelsea, stop them from maybe looking to win the league. I don't think they can. I think they're slightly far behind. But let's see what they're using today. Okay, Bats is playing for them up front. Don't normally get to see him play, actually. 39.5 million is valued at. They really do think he's a good player. You know, even though I don't usually get to see him play that much for Chelsea, they think he's really good in the game, apart from that work rate. And that might be good for us, because if he's not trying that hard, we're really trying to be defensive, so we're going to make him have to work hard to score goals. And if he's not working hard, then that might be good for us. Pedro Lopez on the side there, Conte. They got David Silva? They bought him at 30. How much did they pay for him at 34? 9 million? That's a pretty good buy. For a guy still valued at 23 million at 34 years old, and we all know how good he is. He's one of my favourite players the last probably, I don't know, how long has he been in the Premier League now? 10 years, it feels like? Yeah, well, in the game it's been 10 years. But yeah, over the last 10 years, he's been one of my favourite players, so I would buy him. Conte, though, Jorginho, Alonso, Christensen, De Ligt, Zuma playing on the right here. Okay, quite some young faces, you know, there. Some old faces, though, as well. Interesting team. I think, you know, this isn't the best Chelsea team they have, but maybe that'll be good for us. Pick up where you left off last time. You scored lots of goals against Wolves. Let's score lots again. With Swansea already played their game, it means nothing. Yeah, no comment. It really means nothing. Both teams come to this and spell a poor form. I don't know what you're talking about. We just beat Wolves 5-3. No comment. That's a dumb question. I hate these questions. Sometimes, you know, as a manager, I just can't be bothered with these ridiculous questions. I'm like, come on, I'm here to play a game of football. I got a job to do. Duh. So, we're playing the same formation. So again, us playing a bit more defensively might be good. David Silva fires in a free kick, but what happened? Was that a pen? What? Ndidi tripped Christensen? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Lopez. That free kick was not a threat at all. There was nothing. Nothing was coming from that. Etheridge had it covered. It wasn't a good head. Game, why? Why'd you do this to me? Why? But okay. That's a good start, but yeah, that's kind of the worst start we wanted. We just want to make sure they couldn't score goals. Maybe we'd get lucky, because their formation obviously is defensive as well. So us trying to score a goal like this is going to be difficult. Marcos over a free kick, fires it in, and Zuma picks up the loose ball. Another goal for Chelsea. Okay, I thought maybe we'd do a bit better here. After that Liverpool game, I thought maybe we could put up a good effort against Chelsea, but apparently not. It's gone very much against us. Very, very much against us. And this is why, you know, we got lots of tactics, but it's not working out, is it? It's not working out for us today. How can you go from that Liverpool game to this Chelsea? I mean, it's football. These things happen. That's the thing I was trying to think. You know, in football, Football is so random sometimes. You have one team, play amazingly against a team that doesn't look that great, but the team that doesn't look that great ends up winning sometimes. And Ndidi has been injured, potential foot injury. Hopefully it's not too bad. He's an important man to us. Gunnarsson is going to have to come on. Do we play him as defensive? Or do we try and score a goal? I think we have to try and score a goal, don't we? Yeah. I'm going to try and score a goal, though. I'm going to bring Jimmy Cabot on. Let's go for this, then. Okay, we're going to try and score a goal here. Rouse prefers to be defensive. You keep doing ball winning. So they're going to be quite defensive midfielders. This is all fine. Okay, good. Let's go. Let's go with that, then. So we're going to go a bit more attacking here. We have to change something. Obviously, the tactic isn't working. And Ndidi, I'm really hoping is not injured badly. Hopefully it's just like someone stood on his little toe or something. Just the little toe. Just the little toe was slightly injured there. Really no highlights apart from the goals. Pretty boring game apart from the goals that both came from free kicks. And one being a penalty as well from a free kick. But yeah, disappointing. Yep, show him something else in the second half. Really from open play though, Chelsea, I guess, haven't really threatened us that much. It's really been from those set pieces. Calbot has the ball. Can he make a good run? We know he's fast. He can get a good ball in, but it wasn't perfect. The Chelsea players got to it. Patterson has got it back. Dos Santos passes back to Rouse. Rouse to Murphy. Murphy fires one from long range. Not the worst. Not the worst thing I've ever seen, but yeah, pretty silly considering there was a lot of players around him. Chelsea now have a corner. Going to be a goal, isn't it? Yep, of course it's a goal. It's a set piece. It's a set piece. Of course they're going to score from a set piece because apparently set pieces are overpowered now. I'm joking. Sorry. Sometimes I think you can sound a bit salty when you're playing Football Manager, can't you? It just naturally comes out. You know it's not like that because sometimes it will go your way, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just happens to be a game when that happens, like in real life. But yeah, Patterson fires up to Cabot. Cabot gets it to Bobby Reed, and Bobby Reed has a long-range effort. Another one, but he can't get it in. There you go. What's his name? Was it Kappa? Did it say Kappa? Was it K-E-P-A? I couldn't see what it said on his name. But Cabot gets the ball. Pass it. Pass it up. Okay, we got it up finally. Rouse. Ailing. Okay, that's the end of the highlight. Great. Is it Kepper or Kappa? It's Kepper. Okay. I thought there was an A there on top of his head. I was like, is it Kappa? The goalkeeper? Kappa? But yeah, it's not. Ailing is slightly tired, but we don't really have a right back. Pearson can change for right back, but I mean, they're both tired, aren't they? So we should really be taking off. We're going to bring on Gunnarsson. I'm going to take off Patterson, because he's not perfect over there. I'd rather have Ailing, even they're both tired, so one of them is going to be tired. Gunnarsson's going to come on then. What do we do now then? I think striker, Bobby Reed, he's not at the best game. He's motivated though. Josh Murphy though, looks a bit off. Do we bring on Enrich, or do I change a defender? The defenders haven't done that badly. It's been set pieces and stuff, but you could say that's their fault. Charlie Taylor, Cunningham's not had a great game, but the attack hasn't scored anything. You know what? Bobby Reed's still got a lot of energy. Let's leave it. Let's leave the next, our last change for now. We've still got a few minutes. Let's leave that. David Luiz hits it up. Ooh, good tackle there. But they get it back. Lopez passes it back to Bats. Bats fires it into midfield. Up into the other side. Marcos, Jorginho, De Jong, and Bats. Ooh, good ball to David Luiz. David Luiz, a great tackle there by Josh Murphy. Not really a tackler, but a great tackle nonetheless. Bobby Reed fires it up to Cabot. Cabot is free. Cabot's that. God damn you, Cabot. Cabot, you can at least give us some honor here. I know we're playing away from home, but it would be still nice to score. Come on. Rouse fires it in. No one can get it. Cunningham back to Rouse. Okay, Rouse passes it to Ailing. Dos Santos gets it to Rouse. Rouse passes it back to Ailing. Okay. Nothing from that part. Great. Cabot, that was a great opportunity there. What a great opportunity. Cunningham he's tired and he's not had a good game. I'm going to bring on Charlie Taylor for him. There we go. Charlie Taylor's going to come on. See if he can maybe bring a bit more leg work to that defense. Oh, and Dos Santos. Great. Thanks, game. Thanks, FM. Great timing. Literally 1 minute when I change our last substitution, you decided to Santos get injured as well, with a potential foot. Of course, it's a foot injury. Please, game. Just hope the game was broken. And just goes, yep, of course you can change him. So we're a man down. Okay, against Chelsea. Even better, you know, great stuff going on here. Mayfam, this has been a pretty disappointing game, especially after the last few games. We scored, number one, we scored a lot of goals the whole of last month. Maybe it's just a monthly thing. Maybe, you know, it's just Cardiff are a monthly team. You know, maybe January we didn't score many goals. February, scored lots of goals. And then, you know, March, it's another no goals. Okay, Taylor tried to go in there. Not really sure what was going on there. De Jong. Jorginho Fabregas gets it to Pedro, and Pedro scores. Makes it 4-0. I mean, we're a man down. It's disappointing, but it's Chelsea versus Cardiff. What are we going to expect? We still got to put in perspective. You know, we have maybe had one season with Cardiff, but it's still Cardiff. We made some changes, but it's not perfect yet. You know, Ndidi, you know, Ayling, Mayfam were our kind of big changes. It's not massive, really, is it? You know, it's not like this team has really changed that much from last year yet. But we're going to keep going on. We got a lot of work to do, and there's still a lot of potential here. Definitely. Rouse, though. The goal's this way, Rouse. Okay, yep, fine. Okay, at least you didn't do what Ayling did and just pass it to one of the opposition players. That's, as long as you don't do that, I guess it's okay. De Jong there fires it off the pitch. I'm guessing we're going to have the whistle blown. There you go. Full time's over. Thank God the game's over, because I just want to move on from that. We weren't even that bad, really. I think we looked worse than we were, really, because, you know, the penalty and the free kick and the man down and etc. But yes, so not the best of games. Disappointing. I'm going to just be calm. Just tell them, you know what, guys? I expect better from you. That puts Chelsea 10 points away from first place, so I don't really see them going on to win, sadly for them. But that does mean now we're slightly falling away from the middle of the pack. Only 3 points behind, but, you know, it's a shame. And obviously that's a game in hand that Stoke has, so it might be 4 points actually. We're slightly behind from them. But, like I said, that's the last big game we have. So now it's clean sailing. I think we can safely say we're not getting relegated. I'm going to say that. We aren't getting relegated, definitely. There's no way this team's getting relegated. No way, Jose. And I will see you for the Crystal Palace match. And here we are for the game against bottom team Crystal Palace. They've not been looking very good recently. They only have 3 wins over the entire season. With a quick look at the team right now, they have not won a game for a while, actually. Wow. Okay, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, it was December. The beginning of December was the last time they won a game. So Crystal Palace are looking pretty bad. Chris Wilder is the manager. Luko Milovojevic is their key player. This is the team that they were using last time. And they got Ross Barkley there. I actually was looking at Ross Barkley during the transfer window because he was on the transfer list. So I guess Crystal Palace looked at him as well. But if I remember correctly, yeah, he hadn't really played well for Chelsea. I guess maybe he came on as a substitute during those games. But, you know, if you're going to play at Chelsea and you can't even come on and make a difference, why do I want you, you know? Chelsea's a great team. If you can't play with those players and do some good work, then, you know, how am I meant to expect you to make a big difference in a team that needs big players, you know? So, but apparently Crystal Palace aren't playing well. If they get relegated, that could be nice. You know, they've got some good players, you know, Zaha, obviously. Actually, he'd be the sort of player we actually perfectly need. He's a good attacking player. He can play the wing. Either side he can play. He can even play as a striker. Which we wouldn't, obviously, but as a winger, he'd actually be exactly what I want. Oh my, I want Zaha. Please, Crystal Palace, go down, please. Mayer actually as well is a good player. He can play attacking midfielder. He's meant to be a good player. How's he played for Crystal Palace? Not that great, has he? But no, Zaha, though. Oh, he's not played that well for them. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe in the game he doesn't play that well. I'm surprised, though, because I would think he'd be great. But okay, just, you know, something to keep in mind. But yeah, we're going to play against Crystal Palace today. I expect a win from this match. I really do. So let's see what we're playing with today. We're expected to win this. Everyone says we should win it. We're inconsistent, but they're completely woeful. This is our day. This is our game. This is the start of no more top 6 teams. We can definitely definitely get a lot of points from these last few games. And there's still quite a few games to go, actually. If we have a quick look, actually, at that, we've only played 29 games. So we got a lot more games to go. There's definitely a lot of points out. I could definitely see us, if we play well, go into the middle of the table. If we play badly, we'll just stay probably around 15th, 14th. To me, that seems pretty good. You know, it's a good second season, I think, for us. Being very far away from the relegation zone, that's what we really want. Now, this is the team we're using today. Last time, obviously, Ndidi and Dos Santos got injured. They're both out for 4 weeks, at least when they got injured. So they're both going to be out for most of this month, which is a big shame because Ndidi has been a great player for us, and Dos Santos he's kind of a good influencer. He gets everyone else to play better, I feel like. He's not the best player ever. He's 30 years old now, but he just seems to get everyone else around him to play better. I mean, he hasn't got good leadership or anything. I don't know how he does it, but he just goes well with the rest of the team. It's what we're playing with today, then. Enrich, we're playing up front for us. Sergi Enrich instead of Bobby Reed. I think he is a good striker. Basically the same as Bobby Reed, I think. I think they're both about the same. But Bobby Reed is a better attacking midfielder in my eyes. Very good at passing. Very good again in positions. I really would like him to be behind Enrich, kind of helping him out. But still going on the attack. Murphy and Cabot obviously on the wings there. Rouse has come in for Ndidi. I like Rouse. I want to see more of him as much as possible. Patterson obviously beside him. Cunningham, Mayfair, Morrison, and Etheridge at the back. And Ayling, he's at 88%. Now, normally I would change someone if they're under 90%. But, you know, the only choice we have is Ashley Richards. And personally, I would rather have a tired Ayling play than Ashley Richards. So I'm using Ayling still. We got Ashley Richards on the bench just in case it is a problem. And he can play on both sides. So he's a good one to have on the bench there rather than Taylor for this game. Mendes has come back kind of into the team here because obviously with the injury with Dos Santos, he's an okay backup. He's an okay one. Lee Tomlin as well is also backup there for midfield. So, you know, they're both okay as backups. And McDonald obviously on the bench as usual. Oh no, he's getting worse. Our 17-year-old bright star, he's only had 3 games. I wish we could play him more, but I mean, we do have a lot of these games aren't exactly that necessary. Maybe if we get the safety, maybe when we're actually statistically in safety and we're playing well, maybe I might put McDonald as a starter for the last few games of the season to give, yeah, I actually might do that. But we're going to play as this. Someone in the last video was actually asking, so I thought I'd talk about this. They said, why am I not using tactics? And they thought maybe I'd play better with tactics. Now, the reason I'm not using tactics is because tactics aren't actually the necessary be-all and end-all. I know, obviously, they have the new tactics things in it. It makes it much easier to do it. So I think a lot of people these days are thinking, well, you got to have a tactic then. But you don't actually. Sometimes tactics can conflict. Sometimes they don't go well with your team. And it can, if you choose the wrong one, it can make things a lot worse. Sometimes keeping it simple is actually really good. And I've tried it in FM, 19. I've had, as Cardiff this whole season, I think we played quite well in this formation, the game against Wolves, and with hardly any tactics. You don't always need to bombard your players with many tactics. Sometimes trusting them is actually really good. But that's just my point of view. I'm just saying I have had success in this game by not really giving too many tactics. Sometimes maybe just 1 or 2 I'll throw in. It depends on the team. I don't really think any of the tactics that we could put in really could help this team. Really. They're not the best passers. They're not really the quickest team. They're not the, great at everything team. So really, nothing I can really feel from the tactics I think will make the team better, actually. Because they're not that sort of team that can do what I would want them to do. So that's why I like to keep it simple with these guys. I don't always do that. It just happens to be the team we have. I just don't feel anything would really help them out at this point in time. But here we go. The team looks like what they've been using recently. Mayer is playing in the midfield, though, attacking midfield, rather than Barkley, who's been pushed back. That's one of the... Oh, Milivojevic is playing as a defender. Does he normally play as a defender? No, yeah, he's usually defensive midfield. I'm kind of surprised, but I guess he has really good tackling and stuff, so... Okay, maybe they've got an injury or 2, possibly. But let's jump in. I really think we should win this. Passionate. We're playing at home. The fans. Do it for the fans. No one cares. Morrison is the captain. With Swansea not... Stop talking to me about Swansea. I don't want to talk about Swansea. The absence of Wilfred and Ndidi is sure to be felt. We look good in trading. These guys can do it. Even without Ndidi, these guys are good enough to get a result, you know. Ndidi is great. He's made a big... I think overall he makes the team around him play better, you know. He's had a big influence, I think, like Dos Santos and Mayfam. I think those three have had, you know, influential effects on the team. At least that's my opinion, you know. Just that's how it feels sometimes. Maybe just the way they pass, maybe just the way they get in position, but I don't know. Not the greatest throw in there by Patterson, but he did get it back. Rouse, though, passes it up. Very bad pass. Zaha picks it up with the interception there. What was Rouse thinking? But, okay, they did a bad one, but then we did a bad one. What is going on? Soloff, though, gets the ball. What? What a ridiculous set of events. Terrible passing by both sides. And then what did our defender do? Our defender just, like, glitched out of position. Morrison's bouncing off Zaha with a good pass of the Soloff. And what was... Morrison goes to pick up the ball. Like, he put his leg out to get the ball. I'm guessing he just missed. But then he kind of, like, glitches again and went... And he kind of, like, jumped backwards. And Soloff had the ball. Obviously, this is the Matrix coming to life right now. The Matrix has realized that Crystal Palace need help at the bottom of the table. They're getting relegated. But yeah, maybe I don't want Crystal Palace's players. They've not been playing well for both seasons. Enricho gets a good ball to Bobby Reed, and Bobby Reed has to score that. Really, he does. But yeah, when I was looking at the players, obviously there are some good players in that Crystal Palace team like Zaha. But if they've not played well both seasons, the Premier League so far, why would I want to bring them into Cardiff? So maybe I don't care about Crystal Palace's team that much if they go down. You know, maybe there's none of the players that I would actually want. Unlike when, you know, I brought in Ndidi, obviously when they went down, because he was a good one to bring in. To be honest, he played really well for them, even though they got relegated. I always like to see that. If I see a player who got in a team relegated, but he played really well, that's usually a good sign they can do something for your team. But at the moment, it's pretty even between us. Possession, clear-cut chances, pretty 1-1. Yeah, nothing else really more than that. Patterson, Rouse, it's going to be down to just as more clinical, it would seem. And that is not clinical. That is not... Guys, you scored 5 against Wolves. And you scored 2 against Liverpool. And 3 against Aston Villa. And, what was it? 3 against Bournemouth as well? You didn't score against Chelsea. And now you're not scoring against Crystal Palace. What is going on today? What happened? Did you guys not have your Snickers? You not yourselves? What is this? Disappointing. Show me something else. Come on. Get out there. Get out there. I mean, I say I'm not too bothered because I know we're safe. And that was really the aim of the season, to not get relegated so we could get more money and change more of the team. But, you know, bottom team Crystal Palace, I would expect more. But then again, Crystal Palace have a lot to play for. And it's a red card, isn't it? Morrison. Morrison, you're the captain. You're meant to lead an example here. Gary Cale's going to... I don't know who to change, really, to be honest. It's pretty poor all around. We're going to take off Bobby Reed, I think, or Enrich. Both of them aren't really tired. Bobby Reed is looking a bit anxious. Let's take off Bobby Reed then. Cale comes in. He prefers no-nonsense stopper. There we go. And now we're a man down and a goal down. It's not looking great, is it? We're going to stay positive, though. Stay positive, guys. Come on. But another loss is pretty disappointing. I was hoping we could win this game. That would then motivate our players, give them, you know, good attitudes for the next weaker games to come. So we could just try and rack up some points. But like I say, not a big deal. Just want to survive the season. The board will be happy no matter what, as long as we don't get relegated. So we're good on that front as well. Gunnarsson's going to come on for Rouse. We're going to go box to box. I guess we'll take off Ayling because he's looking a bit tired. He's anxious as well. Okay, Ashley Richards. I mean, how much worse could this get? To be honest, how much worse could this get? To be honest, so we're gonna bring on Ashley Richards. Ashley Richards, come on. Maybe he'll be the hero. Maybe he'll redeem himself from last season and score the winning goal. Who knows? To be honest. But here we go. Crystal Palace coming in the attack there. No one was going forward, but Etheridge with a good block swipes it off for the corner. Here comes Mayer with a corner, but not a great corner. Patterson has got the ball. Can he get... No, he can't get rid of it, but the Crystal Palace player was... Does he have a yellow... No cards for them. Okay. Apparently they have 3 yellow cards, but apparently, yeah, no red cards for them. Yeah, great. Thanks, game. Thanks. Since we're losing, we got nothing to lose. If we go the goal difference isn't going to be a big difference here. Might as well just go all in to see if we can just grab a lucky goal at the end here. At least get a point and try and relegate Crystal Palace. Mayfair then fires a ball up to Enrich. Enrich is open and he scores. Enrich has done it. Okay, don't go very... Okay, stay positive. Enrich does it. Chris Mayfair. What a ball. What a ball. Enrich, so getting a great position there. Good little goal. The goalkeeper just didn't react. The goalkeeper was like, what the F just happened? How did our defenders let this happen? We have so many defenders, you know? We're playing with 3 at the back. But, okay, so okay. If it's a draw, I'll be happy, to be honest. We don't need the win, you know, because we're a man down. They've actually brought back a midfielder. So trying to control the midfield here. We've got a few minutes added on. Looks like it's going to be a draw. You know what? I can live with that. Going a man down, getting a draw. I can live with that. Okay, guys, fine. Fine. You did good enough. Not great, but you did good enough. Let's move on from this result. You're unlucky today, yeah. We'll say you're unlucky. You know, you got a man down and stuff. Not great, but still. And there we go. Okay, a point there. So we're now 30 games in. We've got 8 games left. And all of them against pretty easy not easy, obviously, but no difficult games. We'll be back next time with a match against West Ham and Burnley, most likely. 2 pretty good games, so they should be really good, both in the middle of the park there. And then after that, obviously, the last 2 games will be Southampton versus Fulham. So there's 2 parts left of the season. Then we can get to everyone's favourite part, the transfers, where we can keep rebuilding this team from basically nothing. But yeah, how the finances these days. 23 in the bank. Debt's still at 140. Yeah, debts are still pretty bad. Debts are still pretty bad. But see you then.